congratulate yourself for having grown one of the most fabulous jewels on earth. Just as I. You don't account it a virtue. To see. To entertain the miracles of color and form. But that's real virtue. Virtue in the sense, the old sense of the word, as strength, is when we talk about the healing virtue of the mind. That's real virtue. But the other virtues are stuck on. They are ersatz. They are imitation virtues. And they usually create trouble.
Salmon, guys.
Because more diabolical things are done in the name of righteousness. And be assured that everybody, of whatever nationality or political frame of mind or religion, always goes to war with a sense of complete rightness. The other side of the devil. Our opponents, whether in China, Russia, Vietnam, have the same feeling of righteousness about what they're doing to the enemies. Plague on both houses. Because, as Confucius said, the good evilness are the thieves of religion, which is the form of our own problem. The road to hell is paved with good. So, in a way, the moral, or the immoral, of these considerations is that if you are really aware of your own inner workings, you will realize there's nothing you can do to improve yourself. Because you don't know what better is, in any case. And you, who will do the improving, are the one who needs to be improved. And this also goes for society. We can change society. We can get enormous enthusiasm going out of the idea that there is a revolution afoot and that this revolution is going to set everything to right. Do you know a revolution that ever set anything to right?
I need water.
Whether the revolution came from the left wing or from the right wing. The best forms of government that have ever existed in the world are those which muddle through. Where they didn't have any very clear setup of control, but they muddle along. A kind of what I'll call controlled anarchy seems to work out better than anything else. When we have a great system, great power to put it into effect, there is always more violence, more bloodshed, more trouble. It makes no difference whether it be Chairman Mao or Adolf Hitler. So, what instead, therefore, if we see that you can't outwit yourself, you can't be, shall I say, unself-conscious on purpose, you can't be designedly spontaneous, and you cannot be genuinely loving by intending to love. Either you love someone or you don't. If you pretend to love a person, you deceive them and build up reasons for resentment. You say, well, I ought to be honest. That's the beginning. Oh, so many lies you can't imagine. Like when I hear a lot said about love. Big love thing. Everybody's got to love everybody. They sing songs about love. Do you know what I do? I buy a gun and bar my door. Because I know there's a storm of hypocrisy. So, let's look at this thing from another point of view, which you will first think highly depressing. Let's supposing we can't do anything to change ourselves. Suppose we're stuck with it. Now that is the worst thing an American audience can hear. There's no way of improving yourself. Because every kind of culture in this country is dedicated to self-improvement. Let's take jogging, that deplorable practice. It's a very nice thing to run and to go dancing across the hills at a fast speed. But these joggers, shaking their bones, rattling their brains, running on their heels, and because there's a grimness about it, it's determinedly good for you. See? Why do you go to school? Now, wait a minute. You may not clap when I'm through. There's only one reason for going to school. And that is that somebody's got something, whether it's a professor or a library, that you want to find out. That you are incredibly interested in. How to write Chinese characters, or how to understand botany. And you would like to know. You're just interested in flowers. And you would like to find out everything there is to be known about them. That's the point of coming. Or you might like to know how to practice yoga. The course is now being offered at UCLA on Kundalini Yoga for credit. Pretty funny when I think back 10 years. But the whole point of coming to school is that you're interested in something. You don't come to improve yourself. But the trouble is that the schools got the wrong idea. They gave people honors for learning. And the reward for studying French should be the ability to speak French and enjoy reading French and having fun with French people. But when you get a degree from it, then the degree becomes the point in a game of one-upmanship. And of course, one-upmanship is the main business of the educational community today. You learn all the rules of how to be a good professor. It's instructive to go to a professional professor's meeting. In my field, which is philosophy, you go to a congress of philosophers. And you'll find when they all get together in the bar or in the restaurant or somebody's room, the one thing they don't talk about is philosophy. It is very bad form indeed to show interest in philosophy among your colleagues. The same is exactly true in clergy gatherings. They don't talk about religion. What they both talk about is politics. Church politics and academic politics. Because it's bad form to be brilliant on faculty, because it outclasses your colleagues. Therefore, faculty people tend to cultivate a studied mediocrity. And you've got to watch out for that. I mean, if you get mobs of students coming to your lectures, you get pretty black looks from your colleagues. And then, of course, there's a whole world of one-upmanship in research, publication, learned papers, what's the relative quantity of footnotes to basic texts, footnotes on footnotes, and the various ways of making your bibliography painfully accurate. And it's endless. But you see, what it is, it's scholarship about scholarship,
Shut the stream here.
not scholarship. Just as learning, because learning is good for you, is irrelevant to learning. The whole idea of improving yourself by learning is irrelevant to the learning process. And in the same way, doing business is doing business. Doing business, such as manufacturing clothes, is a very good thing to do. I can conceive that it would be extremely enjoyable, something one could be very proud of, to make good clothes. Of course you need to sell them because you need to eat. But to make clothes to make money raises another question. Because then your interest is not in making clothes, it's in making money, and then you're going to cheat on the clothes. And then you get an awful lot of money and you don't know what to do with it. You can't 10 roasts of beef in one day. You can't live in 6 houses at once. You can't drive 3 Rolls Royces at the same time.
Chest.
What do you do? Well, you just go make more money. You put your money back. Invest it in something else and it'll make more. You don't give a damn how it's made, so long as they make it. You don't care if they foul the rivers, put oil fumes throughout the air everywhere, kill off all the fish. So not, so long as you see this thing is happening. You're not
Hey
aware of
YouTube,
it.
I don't know who this is watching on YouTube.
So you see,
Alright,
you
okay.
went out